Okay, you enter a very small room, and there's a large black coffin right in the center. The gates shut behind you, slamming.
It looks like a few boys around a table, but in their minds, they're fantastical characters in another world, a darker world. Ole is a cavalier. Irwin is a paladin. Dennis is a ranger. Mikey is an illusionist. And Bill is a magic user. Nicholas is a fighter, and his little brother Matthew is a thief. In today's adventure, Mike the Dungeon Master leads them to a castle where they are attacked by wolves in the woods.
What are you guys going to do?
I'm going to draw my sword and use my second attack instead of attacking.
What do you do?
Together, they meet each challenge set by the Dungeon Master according to their character, which can be good or evil. They have magic weapons and spells to use to battle men and half-humans and monsters, and each has an elaborate scoring sheet for his character, with points for wisdom and strength and the like. A throw of these special dice decide the outcome of battles in an intricate scoring system. Nothing is acted out. The real action is in the mind.
Now you guys are entering the castle. So you have basically the doors are open to the castle, sort of somebody taunting your mind saying, come and get me. Suddenly 5 zombies come up, grabbing your leg. What are you going to do?
I like to hit him with my sword +3.
You roll the dice. Okay, you do sufficient damage and you cut off its arm, you dismember it. But you notice that the arm that you cut off is still hanging onto your leg.
It's not as simple as old-fashioned cowboys and Indians. The goal here is to survive each adventure and gain points for killing enemy humans and monsters, and gather treasure along the way. But this medieval fantasy world is so detailed, so real, that some say it has caused kids to kill in the real world.
I feel they're overreacting a lot. Like, I don't think that this game promotes death or anything. Not the way we play it anyway.
You know, I can tell the difference between reality and fantasy. Just about everyone I play with can.
Sure, there's bloodshed and everything, but I think it's better to shed it in the game than out in real life. My adopted daughter, the fair Irina, has been these past nights bitten by a creature.
Few girls play it. It's mainly teenage boys, and they can spend hundreds of dollars on it in stores like Rigby's in Toronto, on monthly magazines, pocketbooks, guidebooks to over 40 different fantasy adventures, and miniature figurines.
As you near the castle, 2 of the stone gargoyles come from above and swoop down trying to attack you.
Meanwhile, the game goes on. D&D has been banned in some Canadian schools, but is used by others like this one in programs for gifted children. Some teachers feel this role-playing is valuable social interaction and say it even improves reading and mathematics skills and knowledge of mythology and history. Much depends on the Dungeon Master, the group leader who controls the scenario, putting in as much or as little blood and gore as he likes. Here, Denny is the Dungeon Master.
It gives you a great sense of control and power over other people because, you can determine what happens to the characters. And it's really kind of neat, the feeling of power you get from it.
Does the game encourage or even create Denny's love of power, or is it a healthy outlet for it?
Well, I think the parents should get into the game to see how it is, and then they can start judging if they should let their child play or not. I only play here, and when I leave the store, I leave the game in the store. I go out into life.
You guys bury the body properly?
Perhaps this is the crux of the matter, how we deal with the undeniable love of violence in our species. D&D has taken it a step beyond even TV and movies and books, into the inner mind. Millions enjoy that voyage, but we don't really know how many others find unsuspected dragons in their psychic dungeons. How, then, do we deal with our demons?
As you're walking over the drawbridge, the old rotten wood gives way beneath your feet, and you fall 1,500 meters down. So you have died. I'm sorry, but that's life.